Hey guys, Aaron here, More 4x4. I'm super proud of my team and what they've created in Adam's full-time tourer. This has been a long project. We helped him get the vehicle, we've planned the project, we've coordinated with the dealer, and this is the end result. I love my life because I get to present this to you in this amazing location. So this is actually the first time I've driven this vehicle. So I'm learning it as you are. But I can tell you that immediately it feels awesome. Sounds great. And what I want to do is to just sort of test how this vehicle responds over speed bumps. See how it recovers, make sure we've got the spring rates right, because it's very individual. Every build is different from the point of view, shock, pressures, spring rates, wheel alignment. This vehicle feels really good. No rattling, which is great. So I'm just going to maintain speed over this speed bump here, and we'll just see how it responds. It's great. One-handed steering. Not getting any bump steer, so that's really important. There's a bit of weight in this car. It's not extreme. This feels great. I'm really happy. I'm sure Adam's going to be stoked. So because of the type of driving that Adam wants to do in remote areas and going out hunting and touring and whatever, it was important that we include full frontal protection system. So if you're spending 90% of your life around town and occasionally going out off-roading, whatever, touring, towing your caravan, a full frontal protection system may not be the right thing. But if you're worried about animal strike, this may be a great option for you. So what we've done is when we're consulting with our clients, the outcome is the most important thing. It's not this product or that product, it is all about what that goal looks like. Adam happens to do a bit of night driving, so it was important that we include some lighting systems. Stealth light bar, Steady Type X Pros. These are mainly geared to long range lighting, not so much peripheral. We've got solutions for that, but as you can see here, they fit really well on this off-road animal TOURER bar. Everything integrates. We're not messing with any of the safety functions of the vehicle. This is all made to work specifically on this vehicle, and it just fits beautifully. This is actually what you call a bumper replacement bar. So we take the whole bar off the vehicle. Everything comes off, and then we fit this bar in its place. So it ends up looking super neat. Just be aware that these bars have to have some spacing, some gaps, because the bar moves differently to the body. So if you're wondering why there's gaps here, this is really neat. The team are like millimeter perfect, but that's why. We've got to have some gap. So I've seen a few comments about that, and that's exactly the reason why. And so just like winches, it's really, really important to include, in my mind, communications as part of a recovery plan. Because if you get yourself stuck and you don't have a winch, could this be a communication, could this be a part of a recovery plan? So what this is here is an Axis 4dB antenna. We actually do have a taller antenna, higher dB of gain, and we've paired it with a Uniden UH9060, and all the stuff's in the mic. You know, everything's concealed. We'll show you more about that, where you plug your mic into. We'll get inside and we'll show you that. What I'm holding here is actually a printout, and it's got some numbers and details which I'll get into, but every build that you see coming through our shop has a 4.2 ton GVM upgrade. There's a few components that are required for compliance, but we'll start at the front end here. Black Hawk upper control arms. We have Old Man Emu front coils. We have Old Man Emu 200 kilo constant coils in the rear. We have TSA Touring Solutions Australia rear lower control arms. We have Airbag Man airbags 5172, so they're the longer bag to give us the length that we need so you can maintain ride height while you're towing, and then so you can drop the pressure out when you're not towing. So, this is a bit new for us, and what I have here is actually a printout of the data. And what we've also done, because I keep seeing questions in the Facebook forums about heights and weights and all that kind of stuff. So we've listened, and because we care, and we want to let you know that this vehicle, as it stands now, with the lift and the tyres and the roof rack, sits at 2.11 metres. So, I'm sorry if you need to get into a car park in town, it's not going to happen, okay? So, we're going to do this every time. We're going to give you this feedback about vehicle heights, and we're also going to put it on our website. So, just so we can consolidate and share our knowledge with you about the weights of these vehicles, the total weight of this vehicle as it sits here is 3,067 kilograms. This vehicle has a 4.2 ton GVM upgrade. So what that means is that you've got 1,133 kilograms to play with. So if you have to put your humans in the car and a full tank of fuel and fill the water tank up that's in this vehicle, and then put a 350 kilo Taj Mahal on the back, it's totally possible. You've still got plenty enough capacity in this build to do what you need to do. So the total weight of the front axle is 1,545 kilograms, still underneath the original equipment axle load, which is 1,650. So we've still got capacity on the front end, and the rear is 1,522 kilograms. So what that actually means is that you have 1,028 kilograms left on the rear axle. So you can put all your stuff in the back, you can fill the water tanks, you can fill the fuel, you can put your 350 kilo tow ball on the back, and you're still gonna have plenty of capacity. Is this of value to you? Do you like this? Do you like what we're doing here? Please tell me in the comments below if you're getting value out of it. I'll keep doing this all day, and I'll find a way to innovate because I care. Any awesome adventure tourer, weekend warrior, full-time tourer like this that we build includes a snorkel. It's not just for water. We've done content on this. Pancho will find a way to get you to that. Safari snorkel, water, prevention, dust, helps manage both of those things. Mirrors or indicators on the fender. This one has mirrors because it makes sense. It made sense for Adam because he's going to be towing a van that's as wide or wider than the vehicle. It makes sense for Adam to include the category 6 indicators in the mirror. Now these are a next gen split mirror, flat upper, convex lower. Makes sense, perspective. This will do exactly what he wants to do. Bit of a learning curve. You've got to get your brain to figure out how to make it work, but it makes sense. I'm not going to geek out too much about wheels and tyres because we've got plenty of content on it. But for Adam's build, they're ROH Vapor, 18 by 9, 30 offset, so they're 10 mils wider than the standard tyres, and a 295/70/18 Maxxis Razor all-terrain. So the wheels are part of the compliance issue. We have to upgrade wheels to match or exceed the axle load. So the axle load, the rear axle load on this vehicle is 2,550. Total combination of the rear axle load rating for the tyres is 3 tonne. So you've got in excess of what you need for the axle load. So whenever you're looking, keep that in mind. But because we listen, we've heard you on the Facebook forums. What we're doing is we have a special page dedicated to load rated wheels on our website. Pancho's going to link here below. Head over there and have a look. The list is growing. Thanks for working with us. If you've got a suggestion about wheels that we should add, put it in the comments below. Roof racks, part of storage systems. It's one of the 3 pillars of building an adventure touring vehicle or full-time touring vehicle is storage. So roof racks are storage. There's 2 types of things that we need to look at. One of them is what's permanently mounted, and the second is what's carried periodically. If you need to mount things permanently on the roof rack, a slat type rack may be the right solution for you. But if you just got random stuff you want to chuck up there periodically, a mesh rack might be a better option because they've got 8,000 million tie down points. And you don't have to worry about having the right point at the right place at the right time or a tool to move it. You can just chuck the stuff up there cinch it off, and you're good to go. Trackland roof racks, made in Australia, Australian family, Western Australia, they're great. In Australia we hug. Oh,
Okay.
he's touching my butt.
You go come.
Sure. I have lice.
Yeah, I have.
Where are you from?
From.
Japanese?
I go Korea.
Korea?
Okay.
Give me muscles. Tow bar, rear bar, a lot of personal preference. There's only a limited amount of value that you're going to get out of running a tow bar. If you have some more grandiose plans about doing wheel carriers and storing water on the back of the vehicle, let's have some dialogue about it. We're outcome-centric, we're not product-focused. We're going to ask you the right questions to get you to the right position so you can achieve the goals that you want to achieve. Anderson plugs, so one is to power the caravan, and we also have a solar in. It was important for Adam that he's able to lay out his solar panels, plug them into the back of the vehicle, and then walk away. It means he can lock the vehicle securely while he's off doing his missions and hunting and things that are important to him. So if you need something particular, just talk to us. We'll guide you in the right direction. I actually made a mistake before, and because transparency, I got the rear springs wrong. We actually had to upgrade the springs because this storage system, which is one of the pillars of building an adventure touring vehicle or full-time tourer, so we actually had to pivot, change springs, because we've included this amazing drawer system. Storage, we're going to do more about this. If you've got any questions, please comment down below. Because we care and we listen to you. So let us know how we can help you. So what was important for Adam is that he has significant enough storage so he can take all his gear for his big trips that he does, or towing the caravan, or recovery gear, or ammo, I'm not sure, right? But, so what we've done is we've done a twin drawer system with ORS. So you've got the single drawer, and then you've actually got an extendable table. So if you want to cook on this, if you want to, I don't know, repair wheel bearings from your caravan, this stainless steel top, you know, gives you some capacity for a workbench. Even if it's just making sandwiches or pouring yourself a margarita on a Sunday afternoon next to the beach, it's functional, right? And we're all about outcomes. Plenty of capacity in here. These drawers are manually lockable. We can do these systems with ORS, or we can do them with RV storage solutions. More storage. That's big. It's great. Heaps of space. Manually lockable, key lockable. And the thing that I really love about this configuration is that even vertically challenged people can get into this fridge. Pancho's going to link you to our storage solutions section on YouTube that's going to show you some more content about drawer heights and access and drawer fridges and chest fridges. But for Adam, what was important is accessibility. Come around here, Panch. Heaps of space. Bevies, bevies, bevies. Heaps of space for bevies. Or sandwiches, or dips, whatever you need. And icebox. All the controls are here, super simple, and what it actually means is that anybody can get into it. I love it. 85 litre Dometic fridge. So what we've actually done too, and this, I think this is a great feature, is that we've also included a pressure sensitive tap. We'll show you the water tank in the front there, but 55 litre stainless steel water tank designed to go inside the ORS drawers. And the interesting thing is that this tap is actually pressure sensitive. So no extra switches, it's all in the tap. Simple, it just works. And you've got heaps of capacity. So if you're going to find yourself in situations where you need to be out for extended periods of time, 55 litres, do the calculations, 5 litres of water per person per day to keep everyone above the dehydration levels. It's really important. But if you need to supplement caravan because too heavy, because too much ball load, and you need to add more, there's 2 other places we can do that. One is a bladder on the second row floor. If you've got kids and other humans in there, that may not be the right thing. But we can also add more water to the rear of the vehicle. Storage is important. It's a pillar of building adventure touring vehicles and full-time tourers. This is what we call, this is more geared towards full-time touring and being able to put all of your equipment in the vehicle and live out of it. And the fact that we've got a 55 litre water tank here is really, really important, because if you plan to head out into the bush, water's really, really important. This water tank is built by ORS and we've incorporated it in this build because it's important for Adam. So as you can see there, there's an outlet at the bottom of the tank here, and we have the inlet at the top. So it's really, really easy to fill. You can just hook up your garden hose. Well, don't do that. You can get a special freshwater only water hose that's designed for drinking water. As you can see above that, we actually have a Victron 12 volt 375 watt inverter. That's going to be great for charging things like cordless tool batteries, drones, laptops. It's not going to power things like coffee machines or induction cookers or high amp devices or things that heat. That's not what it's for, but it'll do all of those small devices. And that'll just run while you're driving. So if you want to charge your tool batteries or whatever, that's the way you can do it. And there's plenty of space next to the device, behind the seats. You could put your tool batteries up in here. They're not going to float around, and it's really, really accessible. So that's important. Storage systems and infrastructure, which are pillars of doing these builds, is important because we need that infrastructure to mount things off. So down the passenger side of the drawer system, we have the water pump, we have the air compressor, which happens to be an ARB, a twin head compressor, twin piston compressor, and the air outlet, which is all secreted down the passenger side of the drawer system. So you just don't see it. It's not cluttered. It looks really neat. Everything's kind of hidden and it's elegant. So not that I can actually show you what it looks like, but hidden underneath the floor is the electrical system. And we work really, really closely with Kangoe to produce these systems, these high quality systems. And in Adam's vehicle, because he doesn't have a high power requirement for appliances, we've chosen to go for a 110 amp hour lithium slimline battery, which is concealed underneath the floor. Everything's hidden. But in the case when you do have to get in there to fault find or whatever that may be, you can actually access the Kangoe lithium from inside the drawer system. So you can pull the drawers out and there's actually a hatch in the false floor. This is an extension of the false floor. You can actually get in there, open the hatch, you can get in there and inspect or diagnose or fault find, whatever. So apart from a couple of extra switches in the cab here, you wouldn't actually know that there was anything else going on. So what we've got up the front here is air compressor, we have UHF, and we have brake controller. Air compressor's over here, brake controller, all right, and UHF. This is where you plug your UHF into. So it's all fairly standard. The only other thing that you can see is the air control system. So control for airbags, gauge, and 2 switches on a custom mount. It all is beautifully elegant and luxurious like the Nissan Patrol is. So the only other couple of things to mention, on the right hand side of the steering column is the throttle controller and the switching for the lights. So we actually have in this vehicle here, we have separated the lighting systems. So Adam has full control over the light bar or the Type X Pro Steadies. So if he's maybe coming into a town late at night, he doesn't want his full lights on, he can switch the spotlights off and just have the light bar, because it's not as obscene, right? And it's less likely to annoy people. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate you staying to the end. I love my life, I love what I do, because I get to show you all this amazing stuff that my team do. I really appreciate you. If you've got any questions, post them down below. Thanks for tuning in.